So this is really a personal venture for you, isn't it? I did some research and found out that your son Jake had some airway issues early on. And tell us about that and how you got into it.
The reason I came to start thinking about airway prosthodontics and the impact that it has actually did come from my son. And the mantra in all of our courses is, who's your Jake? And by the end of the course, you need to be able to find him. Now, Jake doesn't have to be a kid or a grandkid, but it can be a mom and dad, a brother or sister, a husband or wife. But somebody in your world is going to be impacted by this. In my world, it happened to be Jake. And what happened with Jake is Jake was the colicky kid, the kid that would never sleep at night, the one that would throw up on you at the drop of a hat. I remember having to sneak out of his bedroom just in hopes that I wouldn't wake him up because he always would wake up so easily. He never slept in the same location in the bed. He always sweated while he was asleep. And we had 3 major surgeries before he was 6 years old trying to deal with all the ear infections and throat infections that he had. So Jake was my impetus for figuring this out. And unfortunately for my son, I was about 2 to 4 years behind what was going on in his world. I would see what happened to him, and I'd eventually read about it and say, I missed that. Well, Jake ended up having attention deficit and dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, and some systemic issues and craniofacial issues that I am convinced today, if I'd been able to figure it out early enough, that we wouldn't be dealing with those issues today. Now, Jake's going to be fine, but it's still my goal to find your Jake and help you do that and start resolving it. Remember, though, it doesn't have to be kids. There are 3 main areas. It can be a child, but it also can be these young, fit females that we, as dentists, always see as the TMD patient, or it could be the old guy with wear and erosion on their teeth. Those are the 3 classic examples.